Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am aTone. This is aTone Tarot. Gemini, you're here because I'm going to deliver messages from your future, younger, and higher self. I will be tapping in via the Kipper to find out what your future self wants you to know. I'll then hop over to the Tarot to find out what your younger self wants you to know. I'll close out your reading via this Inner Wisdom deck. So, Gemini, let's go ahead and get up into this message. If you could, please go ahead, smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. To my new viewers, welcome. Returning viewers, welcome back. I greatly appreciate you guys. I hope all is well with everyone. This message is for my Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I am getting over a cold, Gemini, so bear with me. Bear with me, please. But the spring is upon us, so I'm here for it. That is my favorite season. One more card, please. All right, Gemini, your future self, the message you receive comes with you have concern, courtship, official person, occupation, and judication. So, as it relates to maybe a significant other, a spouse, it may not be that level. It could be engagement. Maybe you guys have not yet tied the knot. Someone may tell you that they lost their employment. Again, I did not state this, so let me go ahead and say it. If it don't apply, let it fly. Take only what resonates and leave the rest, Gemini. So don't force the message. So for some of you, your significant other may lose their place of employment, or someone at the job writes them up. They're concerned about losing their job. And the message here for you, Gemini, is to not panic. Even if this is you who winds up in trouble at work, you're being advised not to panic, because for a lot of you, you are married to your work. Your identity is closely tied to what you do. Like, you live, breathe, and eat your job, Gemini, for some of you, right? So if it's not your significant other, it's you who may be in some hot water at work. You're being advised not to panic. You may even need to seek out arbitration. You might have to go through an arbitrary hearing at work is what I'm picking up on for some of you. Yeah, your future self for some of you also wants you to know that you are about to be put in a position of power, right? Some of you may be asked to move up in rank, and someone else is concerned about it. So be careful who you're aligning with, talking to, dating, dealing, best friends with, Gemini, because you may or they may wind up having to report up to you. You may become their boss, and they may already be aware of it, see it, feel it. Someone has trepidation and worry around what your position will be in the future, right? So maybe they did not treat you so well when you got to the organization, to the job, and once you move up in ranks, now they want to be your best friend. So just be mindful of the company you currently keep at work, Gemini, right now, because relationships and partnerings and pairings may change. Yeah, you may be very close with someone at work who then winds up having to report up to you, or you wind up reporting up to them. And there could be some static and issue with friendship or even romantic relationships at work. For some of you who you're dating now, the reporting structure at work changes and it puts your job in a compromising position, Gemini. So you're being advised to be careful how much of your personal business you communicate out at work. So that's the message from your future self. I'm going to move on and find out from your younger self. What does your younger self want to remind you of or want you to know? That fearless, carefree individual that we don't often hear as much because life be lifing. We've grown up and become adults who have to pay bills, take care of other individuals, and we're not allowed to conduct ourselves as we probably would like in most spaces. We have to put on a happy face despite. We have to make sacrifices that we didn't have to make as a child. So your younger self has a message for you, Gemini, and I'm going to find out what that is. Pulling 10 cards from this tarot. I'm picking up on a Gemini collective who was very rough on themselves or had parents that were very rough on them, but it turned them into a stronger individual. But it's caused some level of anxiety. I don't do cards that fall on the floor, Gemini. I'll shuffle it back in to see if it comes out. It's not your fault, Gemini. Whatever this is, I'm just being advised to say it was not your fault. It is not currently your fault. It wasn't your fault back then. Whatever traumatizing issue occurred in your childhood. Pick it up on a Gemini collective who may be still blaming themselves for a divorce. Like they feel like their parents' divorce was their fault for some reason. Or the splitting of the parents was your fault. You felt that way. Yeah, the decision to make an emotional separation or disconnect or breakdown of a family. I'm picking up on a Gemini collective who may be blaming oneself to this day. Your younger self wants you to know it was not your fault. You need to let some of this go. Purge, pray, meditate. And you don't have to conceal as much as you do. You don't have to conceal as much as you do, Gemini. You hide and carry a lot. And your younger self wants you to know that you can let some of this out. It's time. It's time to speak your truth, whatever that is, Gemini, with judgment being here. You might want to call a family meeting, make an announcement, share some difficult news of the past or things that occurred in the past with family today. With this Six of Pentacles being here, this is letting me know that that announcement and that release and purging and walking away from and letting go of an emotional trauma and hurt that occurred in your past, and you know what that thing is, Gemini, will allow you to have a new emotional outlook as an adult, which ultimately allows you to make decisions easier in relation to who you allow in your life, who you love, how you parent, even how you show up at work from a grounded, emotional, well-rounded, self-love place. Someone who loves themselves thoroughly from inside out. You will receive the support. You will receive support once you let this thing up and out. You will not be shamed or dismissed or blamed once you let this out. You're carrying something, some of my Geminis. And your younger self wants you to know that you can let more out. You can let this out. Speak your truth, Gemini. Because when you do that, you will receive love, support, and everything that you need from your loved ones today to help heal from this thing. Yeah. So that is the message from your younger self. You know, ultimately, it's a recommendation, not a requirement, Gemini, but that release of that thing will help open up and birth new beginnings that will be beautiful and flourishing for you in all of your relationships. All of your relationships. And contrary to what people may say matters in this life, but our relationships are at the heart of what makes us human, healthy, happy. They make or break us. So having good relationships and interactions in those relationships, feeling sound and stress-free, definitely helps the rest of the areas of your life flourish too. So I'm going to move on and close out your message, pulling 5 cards from this inner wisdom deck to find out, what does your higher self want you to know? Your subconscious, that place right in between, I like to say or attribute it to, it's that place in between when you're getting comfortable at night to go to bed. After you've said your prayers, you've meditated, you've read your book, and you're getting right into a nice, deep, deep sleep, but you're not quite there. You're not in what they call REM or REM sleep. There's a space and a place that you go to in your subconscious where creativity is at an all-time high. Genius ideas come to you. Even intuition is heightened in that space and time, Gemini. So these messages are for you because when you wake up, sometimes you don't generally remember what those things are because you're in an in-between space. So we're going to tap in and find out what your higher self wants you to know right now, Gemini. Let's get 5 cards, please. What I tell you? My card, I know I ain't crazy. What did I tell you about from your younger self? Speak your truth. Love yourself. Yeah, it's time to share some things, Gemini. That just gave me a chill, if I'm being honest. Your pride, you may feel shame in revealing this thing. I understand. It's a lot easier said than done, I'm sure, Gemini. But your higher self is calling out to you to say, like, you need to release this thing because hatred may wind up growing inside of you, Gemini, if you don't. Baggage. Yeah. So you got to release something. Gemini, you got to release something. You receive, speak your truth, love yourself, humility, hatred, and baggage. So This message, to some degree, speaks for itself. Your higher self is your younger self, it seems. Yeah, there are some cautionary tales here for you, Gemini. If you continue to hold on to whatever this thing is and not release it and speak to it, and when I say speak to it, I don't mean just going to therapy. You may need to confront someone in your family and actually correct, check, and make someone aware that they did something to you that is creating maybe a sense of hatred inside of you. It is baggage. It's burdensome. It's heavy. And until you speak this truth, you'll be carrying this baggage around, emotionally speaking, for quite a while. So that is your message, Gemini. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.